Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. That means it's time for another edition of Time Out Over Time on the Time Out Over Time YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenals. As always, please get down there in the corner before we do anything. Smash that like and subscribe button. That means so much to me. Thank you very much. And again, I can't thank you enough, each and every one of you, for watching and listening. Uh, my goal is to get you caught up on the comings and goings of the sporting world in the last 24 to 48 hours. So I will do my level best to do that. So let's kick it off with a word from one of our sponsors. At Beck Chevrolet right now, March is truck month. Remember that. March is truck month at Beck Chevrolet. To make sure I can get through this, I better take a slug of water. March is truck month at Beck Chevrolet. You can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on select Silverado 1500s. You get $3,000 bonus cash on all remaining 2024 Suburbans and Tahoes. We're not done yet. You get a $1,000 bonus cash on 2025 Blazers, Colorados, and Trailblazers. Better get in there and take advantage of that. And of course, don't forget, as I've been reminding you, the annual Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast will be Saturday, April the 12th from 8 to 11 a.m. in Beck Showroom. You enjoy a great pancake and sausage breakfast. And it's all for donation. Proceeds will benefit the Maggie Fry Scholarship Fund, helping area nurses. That is a very good cause. Eddie and I want to see you out there because we will be broadcasting from the showroom that morning. We're doing the Time Out show from 9 to 10, live and direct from the Beck Chevrolet showroom, Saturday morning, April the 12th. Hope to see you all out there. You stop by and say hello, introduce yourself. We got so many great people that listen to our show and watch this podcast. So look forward to seeing you all out there Saturday morning, April the 12th from 8 to 11, Frank Beck Chevrolet showroom for the annual, fourth or fifth year in a row, annual Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast. Please put that on your calendar or your phone or do what you have to do. That would be the day before Palm Sunday, because that would be the 13th. And obviously Sunday, April the 20th is Easter Sunday. Let's get this out of the way first, shall we? Well, how can I forget, too? We're also sponsored by Barrett Insurance on the corner of, in Jonesville, on the corner of US 12 and M99. That's BarrettINS.com, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance in Jonesville on M99 and US 12, BarrettINS.com, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams, on the corner of US 12 and M99 in Jonesville. BarrettINS.com. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Okay. Now, I've got so many notes here, and maybe I've got too many notes, because if it sounds like, and I know I am talking too fast at times, it's because I'm trying to cram everything in here all at once, to try to get this all crammed in about 15 or 20 minutes, because that's the ideal time of doing a podcast. And some nights it just doesn't work out that way. Oh. Quickly. Michigan has a 6:30 game tonight at Chrysler with Maryland. Michigan comes in 14-4. They're a game behind the Michigan State Spartans for first place in the Big Ten. Maryland has had a decent season. They come in with a conference record of 12-6. Says tonight at 6:30. If Michigan has any idea of or any expectations of winning the conference title, they must win tonight. I think I told you the last couple of days, I don't think Michigan will win another game. I think they'll lose to Maryland tonight. I think they'll lose to Michigan State on Sunday, and I think they'll be one and done in the Big Ten tournament. I've already told you what flaws they have. We're not going to go over that again. But on the other hand, the Spartans will play tomorrow night out in Iowa. They're 15-3. Iowa's only 6-12. I don't expect them to have much trouble with Iowa tomorrow night. Let's put it this way: if the Spartans can't win in Iowa City tomorrow night, quite frankly, they don't deserve to win the Big Ten championship. So I think the Spartans will win their next two, and probably might win their first couple of games in the tournament. Can they win the tournament? We'll talk about that more later next week. Anyway, Pistons currently 35-27, a late night game tonight against the Clippers in downtown LA. It's a 10:30 game. Clippers come in just 32-29. While they do have a winning record, they just played last night in Phoenix. They with about a minute left in the third quarter, they had a 20-point lead and lost the game. So they're coming in following a brutal loss last night. The Pistons were not playing last night, so I think the Pistons should win tonight. And if they do, they'll go to 36-27. They're half a game out of fourth in the Eastern Conference. And speaking of the Eastern Conference, by the way, I think I told you on the last show, J.B. Bickerstaff was the coach of the month for February in the Eastern Conference. That hasn't happened in a long time, since 2008 when the late Flip Saunders won that same award. Good luck to the Pistons tonight. If you have to get up and go to work in the morning, you don't watch this game tonight, I suggest either you take a nap or you're going to be very tired at work tomorrow. But they are a fun team to watch now. By the way, the Pistons before we forget, ESPN came up earlier this morning, I think, with their NBA power rankings, and they had the Pistons ranked 10th. Actually, one behind Milwaukee and one ahead of Indiana. So in their power rankings, they got the Bucks at 9, the Pistons at 10, and the Pacers at 11. That's the ESPN NBA power rankings. And by the way, in their last 11 games, the Pistons have had the best defensive stats, best defensive stats in the league in their last 11 games. That's how well they've been playing defense. And I think they got a budding young star on the team in Asar Thompson. Let's just hope he can stay healthy. Because that kid, I think we've only scratched the surface of how good this kid could be. But he reminds me a lot of Dennis Rodman. Red Wings, on the other hand, as you saw in the headlines, are in a bit of a tailspin. They've lost 3 in a row now. And if they don't make the playoffs this year, it sounds like from what Tom McClellan is saying, don't expect them to do a whole lot or make a big splash at the trade deadline, which is 3:00 Friday. From the way, the cavalry, don't expect the cavalry to show up or this or that, or more or less hitting around it. They're not going to do anything earth-shattering at the trade deadline. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I blame that squarely on Steve Yzerman. Why? Because he should have changed coaches in the offseason. He should not have started the season with Derek Lalonde as his head coach. I mean, I've been talking about that until the cows come home. I don't know why, what possessed him that he wanted to start the season with Derek Lalonde. He should have seen enough last year that Lalonde wasn't the guy. He might be a good assistant coach, but as a head coach in the National Hockey League, this guy is a complete failure. So, and I don't think he's employed right now. He'll probably end up back behind the bench as somebody's assistant. I have no doubts about that. Got you caught up, football, basketball, everything going on there. I got this, that. Okay, as I promised you the other night, and we'll go through this quickly, and then we'll go through it again next week. I put together my own 7-round Lions mock draft just for the Lions. And we'll go over this here in just a second, but I want to get this in for Tim Lindley, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale. Lendley, anything at all regarding tech issues, get in there and see Tim or one of his very capable assistants 517-610-5372. Anything at all. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting and setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. This is the guy you want to see. Tim Lilly, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, a couple 100 feet west of Howell Street. 517-610-5372, or better still, get in there and see Tim or one of his assistants at 37 Waldron Street in downtown Hillsdale. And when you do, tell him me and Mickey sent you, will you please? Thank you very much. This mock draft, swig. I might be revising this before we get up to the draft of right now, but this is simply a conjecture, merely a conjecture on my part of what I think the Lions should or what they will do, what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and their assistants will do if from the war room at the trade deadline, their picks. They've got one, two. They've got one in the first, second, third, fourth. They do not have a fifth round pick. They traded that last year for Carlton Davis. They've got a 6 and 2 7s right now. By the way, speaking of Carlton Davis, 2 Lion free agents who I think that they're attempting to bring back. I think Kevin Zeitler will return to the Lions, who had a great season last year. Pro Football Focus had him rated as the second best run blocking guard in all of football. And the way his wife talked after the season ended last year, what she was tweeting out, how much they liked Detroit, loved it here. I fully expect the Lions to bring Kevin Zeitler back on another 1-year deal. What is he, 35 now? But he's still a very capable blocker. He had a very good year for them last year. Carlton Davis. It just depends on how much money he wants. How badly does he want to come back to Detroit when he said Dan Campbell was the greatest coach he ever played for? We'll find out just how badly he wants to come back or how badly the Lions want him back. We shouldn't have to wait very long because Monday, the 10th, March 10th, Monday, is the negotiating period for the NFL free agency. You can't sign anyone until Wednesday the 12th, but you can negotiate with a player that you have targeted starting next Monday, the 10th. And I'm not exactly what time free agency gets underway. I think it's at midnight on Tuesday the 11th. But Carlton Davis III, yeah, I would like to see the Lions bring him back, but he's been hurt a lot. It just depends on how much money he's going to want. If they can't bring Davis back, I fully expect them to go out and sign another veteran cornerback. Right now, there are a few available. I could run a few names by you, but you wouldn't know who these people are. Pardon me. Anyway, let's do this. Round 1 for the Lions, pick 28. They've got Jihad Campbell, a 6'3", 235 linebacker out of Alabama. Round 2, that would be pick number 60 overall, Jack Campbell, 6'4", 260-pound edge out of Ohio State. Round 3, pick number 101, Joshua Farmer, 6'3", 318-pound defensive tackle out of Florida State. I'm not going to put any stats in here because we don't have time for that. Round 4, Pat Bryant, wide receiver out of Illinois, 6'2", 204. They don't have a pick in the 5th round, as I said before. In round 6, B.J. Adams, a cornerback out of UCF, 6'2", 182 pounds. Round 7, that 6th round pick, B.J. Adams, that would be pick number 198. Round 7, pick number 230, Dalton Cooper, out of Oklahoma State, an offensive lineman, and he's a big one, 6'7", 350, 6'7", 315 pounds. Reminds me a lot of Dan Skipper. He's a big guy. Dalton Cooper, remember that name, out of Oklahoma State, an offensive lineman. He can play guard or tackle. And the final pick for me is Shiloh Sander, 6 feet, 195 pounds, safety, pick number 246 out of Colorado State. I mentioned, I put these people in here because Belafonte, if he may not be back this year, he's another guy who's just hurt too much. When he's in there, he's been very productive when he's in there, but he's just not in there enough. Obviously, if he's not playing, he can't help you much. So I'll go over this list again next week, and I'll revise it. I'll be revising this list the closer we get to the draft, which is the Thursday. First round would be the Thursday after Easter. So that would be Thursday night, April the 24th. First round of the NFL draft. This year's from Green Bay. Okay, I think we're going to call it a quits right there. I think that's going to about do it. I think I've got you caught up on everything that's going on. By the way, the Tigers did play today. I'll give you the final score. They beat the Phillies 17-7. Typical spring training game. And then, by the way, a 90-minute delay before the start of the game. You'll never see that again for a spring training game. Why? Because it was local. It was nationally televised on ESPN. That's the only reason they did this. Otherwise, they wouldn't have even played the game. Final score: Lions 17, Eagles 7 today in Lakeland. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's going to do it. I will talk to you all again next Monday. Don't forget Saturday with Andy and Jed locally here, WCSR 92.1 FM. And again, as I said, I will talk to you all again next on Monday. So have a good rest of your week. Remember, please treat each other with respect. And I can't thank you enough for watching and listening. So until Monday, I'll bid you a pleasant good evening and say, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.